Hello and welcome to the News at 8. I'm Sarah Jacob. The big story at this hour. The Kavar Yatra has been called off in the national capital in Delhi in view of the pandemic. This order by the Disaster Management Authority of Delhi comes a day after the Uttar Pradesh government banned the religious event. So no celebrations, processions or gatherings related to the Yatra, what was originally scheduled from the 25th of July, will be allowed in the national capital, says the official order. The Uttarakhand government, which was burned by allowing the Kumbh Mela to go ahead, had already called off the event amidst fears expressed by experts of a possible third wave of the pandemic and then it becoming a super spreader. UP finally banned the event after the Supreme Court came down hard on the Adityanath government, saying that all sentiments, including religious sentiments, are subservient to the right to life. Let's go across to Sukirti Dwivedi, who is monitoring this story. So Sukirti, of course, good news for all of the residents of the national capital who all still have nightmares about that horrific second wave that we all had to live through. And of course, this news that the AAP government is cancelling the Yatra in the national capital comes, as you are reporting, on a day where for the first time in months, Delhi has not reported any deaths due to COVID-19.
Well, yes, Sarah, you're right to point out that Delhi is a city that saw an extreme crisis in the months of April, and that is why all of these facts coming out now, whether you look at these figures, that for the first time in 4 months this has happened, that within a span of 24 hours, Delhi has not recorded a single death. So that is a record, and in terms of new cases, only 51 cases have been reported. Our total number of active cases are also lower than 600. So very good, very positive, hopeful figures on that front. And that is why at this point of time, the government does not want to invite any trouble at a time when we are doing well, we are improving, when we are seeing a decline in cases. The Delhi government has taken this decision that there will be no Kavar Yatra related mass gatherings anywhere in Delhi, and very clear orders have been passed, and all of this coming after the fact that other state governments like Uttarakhand and UP government had already taken a call against holding the Kavar Yatra. So good news for Delhi and the government being very cautious in ensuring that another wave, the third wave, does not end up coming our way, and all precautions are in place.
All right, Sukirti Dwivedi reporting on that. Great news coming in from the capital. No COVID deaths in Delhi in the last 24 hours for the first time since the 2nd of March. No deaths have been reported. Only 51 new cases reported in the last 24 hours. So clearly no time to let down one's guard. And now India's top doctors body, that is the Indian Medical Association, has now warned the Kerala government against easing restrictions ahead of Bakrid. The IMA has said that if the order is not withdrawn with the sense of altruism, they will be constrained to move the Supreme Court against the Kerala government's order. The IMA has said that it was pained by the decision of the Kerala government, which comes amidst rising cases in the state, and despite the fact that the Prime Minister has cautioned against mass gatherings and many states have cancelled pilgrimage yatras. Now the Sabrimala temple in Kerala also opened up to devotees again yesterday. The Kerala government is allowing 5,000 devotees in a day to visit this temple for 5 days, and this comes at a time when Kerala is reporting the highest number of fresh COVID cases daily.
Indian Medical Association has pointed out that there is an impending third wave. It is bound to come. There have been cautions that have been issued against it already. The Prime Minister himself has said that there should be no mass gatherings across the country. There should be no revenge tourism. And even many other state governments, whether you look at Uttarakhand or Uttar Pradesh, they have already cancelled the pilgrimage yatras, the Kavar yatras that were supposed to take place. And especially when we look at Kerala, it is a state which has been seeing a high number of cases. It has in fact been reporting the highest number of cases across the country for the last several weeks and has a very high positivity rate at this point of time. So considering all of these factors, the Indian Medical Association has said that it is pained at the fact that the state government has taken this decision, and for the sake of health of the citizens of this country, it should be very cautious and should withdraw this order that allowed for relaxations, and if the government does not, then they will be compelled to approach the Supreme Court, a kind of measure that we usually do not see the IMA announcing when it issues press releases like this, but this time it's a strong statement that is coming from them that that they have issued this appeal, and they've said that for the sake of welfare of others, they may have to take the extreme step of approaching the Supreme Court.
And trouble is growing for Navjot Singh Sidhu as the party's high command's decision to make him the Punjab Congress president seems to be facing some opposition. Congress MPs from Punjab have sought an appointment with the Congress president to tell her that they are opposed to the appointment of Sidhu as the state's Congress chief.
Navjot Sidhu gearing up to garner more support from Congress leaders in Punjab, even as the party high command's decision to make him Punjab Congress president seemed to be facing opposition. After meeting over 30 MLAs yesterday, Sidhu has started visiting MLAs in Captain Amrinder Singh's bastion, Patiala, a city to which he has shifted base since February.
ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਹਾਈ ਕਮਾਂਡ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸਿੱਧੂ ਹੋਣਹਾਰ ਲੀਡਰ ਹੈ। ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਜੇ ਕਾਂਗਰਸ ਐਤਕੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਬਣਨੀ ਹੈ ਸਿੱਧੂ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਧਾਨ ਬਣਾਓ। ਇਹ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਆ, ਮੇਰੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਮੈਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਹੂੰਗਾ ਕੈਪਟਨ ਅਮਰਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਤਿਕਾਰਯੋਗ ਨੇ, ਸੀਨੀਅਰ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ। ਫਿਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜਾ ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਵੀ ਨੇ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਦਿਲ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਇਹਨੂੰ ਗਲੇ ਲਾਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਜਦੋਂ ਬੰਦਾ ਘਰ ਚੱਲ ਕੇ ਆ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ ਮਾਫ ਹੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ।
As Sidhu was meeting leaders in Patiala, about 10 MLAs came out in support of Punjab Chief Minister Captain Amrinder Singh, urging the party high command to reconsider their decision. 9 Congress MPs also held a meeting in Delhi at Pratap Bajwa's residence in support of Amrinder Singh. They have also asked for a meeting with Sonia Gandhi to explain their opposition to Sidhu.
जहां तक कांग्रेस के अंदरूनी मामलों का सवाल है, वो बात जो कांग्रेस के अंदरूनी प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं उसके ऊपर होगी।
According to sources, the 9 Congress MPs from Punjab feel Sidhu has behaved in the most erratic manner in the last 5 years and that he has no hold over the Punjab Congress. However, when asked about this, Pratap Bajwa tried to play it down.
How now do you take it forward? Because I think more or less the leadership has made up its mind that they want to appoint Mr. Sidhu as the PCC chief.
Nowhere have I ever mentioned that Sidhu has been erratic or any kind of thing. I want to make it very clear. We are with Mrs. Gandhi. We are with Rahul Gandhi. Whatever he tells us, we are willing to accept.
It's rare to see members of parliament come together, especially on one issue from the Congress party against the appointment of somebody. The big question is, will the Congress leadership take note and make corrections?
Amid ongoing crisis, now the sitting Congress President Sunil Jakhar has now called for a meeting of all MLAs and district presidents tomorrow. The meeting is expected to pass a resolution that the party unit will abide by the High Command's decision. With Mohammad Ghazali and Sunil Prabhu Samashab for NDTV.
And a day ahead of the Parliament session, the monsoon session of Parliament, Prime Minister Modi has sought a positive and constructive debate in Parliament and said that his government is ready to debate on any topic under the rules. Inflation and the government's handling of the second COVID wave is likely to be brought up by opposition leaders during the monsoon session. The Congress's Rahul Gandhi, among other leaders, have been relentlessly criticizing the government over its mismanagement of the COVID pandemic.
33 पार्टीज के फ्लोर लीडर्स ने पार्टिसिपेट किया था। लगभग 33 पार्टीज का 40 से ज़्यादा नेता इसमें चर्चा में भाग लिया है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा, जनप्रतिनिधियों का, विशेषतः अपोजिशन का जो प्रतिनिधि है, उनका सजेशन बहुत वैल्यूएबल रहता है। स्वस्थ और सार्थक चर्चा होना चाहिए। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का शुरुआत में ही तो कोविड के कारण जिन्होंने अपने जान खो लिया, उनके लिए प्रधानमंत्री जी ने श्रद्धांजलि भी अर्पित की।
हमारे साथ हैं लोकसभा में कांग्रेस के नेता अधीर रंजन चौधरी जी। इस बार के मानसून सेशन होगा, कौन कौन मुद्दे उठाए जाएंगे?
देखिए, हम लोग महंगाई पे चर्चा चाहते हैं, किसान के मुद्दे पर चर्चा चाहते हैं, कोविड और वैक्सीनेशन के बारे में चर्चा चाहते हैं। 3 हमारा अहम मुद्दा है, एक महंगाई, फार्मर्स और कोविड।
सरकार की ओर से क्या भरोसा दिलाया गया अभी तक?
सरकार चाहते हैं कि हम चर्चा करने के लिए तैयार है, लेकिन हम देखते हैं कि हमारा बात ये सुनती या नहीं।
आपको लगता है कि पिछले बार की तरह ये सदन भी हंगामेदार है?
ऐसा हम क्यों उम्मीद करते हैं? हम चाहते हैं कि ये ठीक ठाक चले, क्योंकि हम यहाँ सदन के अंदर चर्चा करने के लिए आए हैं, बहस करने के लिए आए हैं। हम क्या थोड़ा यहाँ हल्ला गुल्ला के लिए सिर्फ आए हैं? लेकिन कभी कभी मजबूरन कुछ करना पड़ तो अलग बात है, लेकिन हमारा तो मकसद यही होगा कि ये सदन चले और हमारा बात रखने का मौका मिले।
बातचीत करते हैं अकाली दल की हरसिमरत कौर से, क्या मुद्दा आप लोगों ने उठाया?
देखिए, श्रोमणी अकाली दल का एक ही मुद्दा रहा है पिछला 13 महीनों से। जब से ये ऑर्डिनेंस कैबिनेट में लाए गए उस समय भी डिटेल तरीके में मैंने ये सारा उठाया पूरे कैबिनेट के सामने और पुरजोर अपील करी कि किसानों के सलाह मशवरा के बिना ऐसा कोई एक्ट ना बनाया जाए जिससे एक आंदोलन खड़ा हो जाए। लेकिन इसके बावजूद उसको सुलझाने के बजाय कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया गया और पहले ही सत्र में पहले ही दिन ये कृषि कानून लाए गए। और ये कृषि कानून जब लाए गए उस समय भी हमारी पार्टी ने कहा आप इसको सेलेक्ट कमेटी में भेजिए, एक बहुत बड़ा नुकसान होगा। मैंने खुद सीनियर लीडर्स को सबको बोला है सड़कों पे किसान उतरेंगे, बहुत बड़ा आंदोलन खड़ा होगा। लेकिन अपने सबसे पुराने अलायंस पार्टनर की नहीं सुनी, अपने मंत्री की नहीं सुनी और नंबरों के जोर ज़बर से जब दोनों हाउसेज में ये पास किया गया तो आपने देखा है कि कैसा आंदोलन खड़ा हुआ। एक राज्य से दूसरे राज्य, तीसरे राजस्थान से लेके यूपी तक ये फैल गया। 500 किसानों ने जो पिछले 8 महीने से दिल्ली के बॉर्डर,
सरकार के लिए तो बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा नहीं, तो सरकार करे कि पहले भी हमने चर्चा कराई है, अब नियम कौन सा रहेंगे चर्चा करेंगे। किसान से सरकार बात भी नहीं कर रही।
देखिए, सरकार किसान की तो एक ही मांग रही है, ये कानून आप वापस लीजिए, हमने इस पे चर्चा नहीं करनी, इसको वापस लीजिए, उसके बाद चर्चा करके ऐसा कानून लेके आइए। लेकिन पता नहीं सरकार क्यों इस ईगो पे, इस हट पे, इस एरोगेंस पे बैठी है कि हमारा कानून वापस नहीं हो सकता। भाई, जिन लोगों ने आपको चुन के उधर भेजा है, आज क्या किसान इस देश का हिस्सा नहीं है? चाहे वो पंजाब का, हरियाणा का, राजस्थान का, यूपी का किसान, ये पाकिस्तान या तालिबान किसान तो नहीं है, ये आप ही के लोग हैं जिन्होंने आपको चुन के बनाया है। जब उन्हें कोई चीज़ पसंद नहीं आ रही है तो आपकी क्या मजबूरी है? आप किस मजबूरी के कारण अपनों की छोड़ के किसकी सुन रहे हैं आप? सरकार का काम है लोगों का सुनना, ये किन लोगों का सुन रहे हैं? क्योंकि सारे किसान जय जवान जय किसान सिर्फ एक स्लोगन नहीं होना चाहिए, हमारे देश के हीरोज हैं।
And so, seeking a productive session of Parliament, the Prime Minister tweeted after the meet, took part in the all-party meeting before the start of Parliament's monsoon session. We look forward to a productive session where all issues can be debated as well as discussed in a constructive manner. To which the TMC MP Derek O'Brien responded saying, "Prime Minister sir, true you did take part. The Parliament meeting lasted for 2 hours and 40 minutes. We had the pleasure of your company for a whole of 9 minutes. You listened for 3 minutes, allowed the photographers and videographers in for 2 minutes, and you spoke to us for 4 minutes." So the Trinamool there taking a swipe at Prime Minister Modi, saying that his regular presence in the House is important in this monsoon session. And at least 20 people have died after they got buried under the rubble of their homes due to landslides in Mumbai's Chembur and Vikhroli areas following heavy rains that lashed the city and its suburbs for several hours late yesterday night and early this morning. A red alert has now been sounded in the city and people have been advised not to venture out in the open. All this in the financial capital of India.
Mumbai woke up to very heavy rainfall on Sunday and several parts of the city found themselves waterlogged. Rainfall that started around 11 p.m. on Saturday continued overnight. At least 11 different places in the city saw wall collapse incidences. But 2 incidents at Vashinaka Chembur and Suryanagar in Vikhroli claimed lives. At least 23 people lost lives in both these incidents.
Vashinaka Chembur area, you can see that landslide happened because of heavy rainfall, and because of that landslide, wall of these houses, these shanties which are around here, they collapsed, and in this incident at least 20 people lost their lives.
रात को 12:30 बजे हुआ है, BRC का कंपाउंड वॉल गिरा। हम लोग ने 1 बजे से कॉल कर रहे, हमको इनका सेवा मिलता है 3:30 बजे।
DST का लाइट का जल्दी बंदोबस्त हो जाता था और फायर ब्रिगेड आता था तो कुछ इलाज हो जाता था जल्दी, लेकिन बहुत लेट आ गए ये लोग।
मुझे लगता है 200 mm से ज़्यादा बारिश हर जगह हुए हैं। मुंबई में जो फॉर्मल हाउसिंग की समस्या है वो हम उसको हल निकालने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। तो कल की समस्या एक नेचुरल डिजास्टर थी, जो बारिश में बाढ़ आई, ऊपर से पानी और मिट्टी बह के आई, वो दीवार को तोड़ के आई है, और वो दीवार पूरी RCC की दीवार थी, यानी उतना जो फोर्स था पानी का वो कोई भी रोक नहीं सकता।
The centre and the state government have announced compensation to those affected. BJP MLA Ashish Shelar, however, blamed the Shiv Sena ruled BMC, asking for an inquiry into the incidents.
जहाँ पर धोखा ज़्यादा है, डेंजरस सिचुएशन है, कम से कम इमीडिएट उन लोगों को शिफ्ट किया जाए। इसके बारे में जल्द ही निर्णय करेंगे। महानगर पालिका इसको लेके जांच करेगी।
The incessant downpour hit the power supply at the Bhandup Water Complex, the city's biggest water treatment plant, and BMC has asked citizens to boil water before drinking. Mumbai received 196 mm of rainfall from 11:30 p.m. on Saturday to 4:30 a.m. on Sunday, while suburbs received over 235 mm of rainfall, categorized as extremely heavy rainfall for 24 hours. The IMD has issued a warning for Mumbai for the next 5 days. In Mumbai with camera person Praveen G. Rohit and Rajendra Dayalkar, this is Purva Chitnis for NDTV.
And now our quote of the day. The Madhya Pradesh Cabinet Minister Usha Thakur, who earlier said that citizens should donate 500 rupees to the PM Cares Fund after receiving both doses of the COVID-19 vaccine, has now said that those wanting to click selfies with her must pay 100 rupees, as it is a time-consuming process which leads to delays in her programs, and that this amount will be deposited into the party's account.
कि सेल्फी में वक्त बहुत खराब होता है और कई बार हम लोग घंटा भर तक लेट हो जाते हैं। तो संगठनात्मक दृष्टि से ये विचार किया कि हमारे यहाँ मंडल कार्यकारिणी है, मंडल कार्यकारिणी में कोषाध्यक्ष जी भी होते हैं, तो जिस मंडल में जो जितनी सेल्फी खिंचाएगा वो 100 रुपये का शुल्क मंडल कोषाध्यक्ष के पास जमा करेगा, ताकि वो सब राशि संगठन के काम में ही आएगी। जो फूलों से स्वागत की बात है, उसके लिए मेरा सदैव से आग्रह रहा कि फूल में माँ लक्ष्मी का हम निवास मानते हैं। भगवान विष्णु के अलावा जो सारे दोषों से मुक्त हो, उनके अलावा और किसी को अधिकार नहीं बनता, तो इसलिए मैं तो स्वीकार नहीं करती हूँ। और मैं चाहती हूँ, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने भी आह्वान किया है कि बुके नहीं बुक हम इकट्ठी करेंगे, तो आप जानते हैं हमारी पार्टी कार्यालय में हम बहुत बेहतर लाइब्रेरी बना के समर्पित कर देंगे।
From the quote of the day to the image of the day, the Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma drove bulldozers over drugs seized by the government as part of a campaign to crack down on drugs. As part of this campaign on Saturday, seized drugs worth around 170 crores were also publicly burnt. The Chief Minister says the Assam police has been given complete freedom to deal with drug traffickers and dealers.